Kingdom Kids. I'm Reverend Dr. Kim Gator, and welcome to your favorite place to be, where every story shows God's amazing love for you and for me. You're listening to the Kingdom Kids podcast coming to you from Mayo AME Church, where we believe every child is precious, powerful, and has a purpose. Are you ready to go on an adventure? Let's get this party started. Today we're going to discover an amazing story from the Bible about how God sent a special message through an angel named Gabriel. It's a story about prayers being answered even when we've been waiting for a very long time. But before we begin, I want you to know that you're in a safe space where you can be exactly who God made you to be. Kingdom Kids, it's story time. Find your comfy spot, take a deep breath, and let your imagination soar. A long time ago, in a beautiful temple in Jerusalem, there was a kind priest named Zechariah. He and his wife Elizabeth loved God very much, but they were sad because they didn't have any children. Even though they were getting older, they never stopped praying and hoping. One special day, it was Zechariah's turn to go into the most special part of the temple to burn incense. Kind of like how we light candles in church today. While everyone else waited outside, something amazing happened. Suddenly, an angel appeared. This wasn't just any angel. This was Gabriel, God's special messenger. Zechariah was surprised and a little scared. I would be too. But Gabriel said something wonderful. Gabriel said, "Don't be afraid, Zechariah. God has heard your prayers. You and Elizabeth are going to have a baby boy, and you'll name him John. He's going to make so many people happy, and he'll help them get ready for something even more amazing, the coming of Jesus." But Zechariah had trouble believing this good news. He said, "But how can this happen? Elizabeth and I are so old." Gabriel replied, "Because you didn't believe God, because you didn't believe God's wonderful promise, you won't be able to speak until the baby is born. But don't worry, everything I said will come true." When Zechariah came out of the temple, he couldn't talk. He had to use his hands to tell people what happened. And guess what? Elizabeth did have a baby boy, just like Gabriel said. They named him John, and he grew up to be John the Baptist, who told everyone about Jesus. Now, Kingdom Kids, let's take a moment to learn today's special Bible verse together. It's from Luke chapter 1, verse 13. Are you ready? Let's listen. "But the angel said to him, 'Do not be afraid, Zechariah. Your prayer has been heard. Let's say it together. Luke chapter 1, verse 13. Are you ready? Let's go. But the angel said to him, "Do not be afraid, Zechariah. Your prayer has been heard." Now let's break it down into smaller parts and add some movements. Ready? All right. But the angel said to him, see, we're waving our hands like wings. But the angel said to him, "Do not be afraid, Zechariah. Do not be afraid, Zechariah." See how we're shaking our head and pointing to someone? Let's go back. But the angel said to him, "Do not be afraid, Zechariah. Your prayer has been heard." Your prayer has been heard. All right, let's go back one more time with me showing you everything. Here we go. Luke 1 and 13. But the angel said to him, "Do not be afraid, Zechariah. Your prayer has been heard." Now let's put it all together. Ready? One more time. Here we go. Luke 1 and 13. But the angel said to him, "Do not be afraid, Zechariah. Your prayer has been heard." Very nicely done. Now let's talk about what we learned from this amazing story. God always hears our prayers, even when the answer takes time. And sometimes God's answers are even better than what we imagined. And my loves, it's okay to have questions, but we should trust God's promises. And lastly, God can use anyone, young or old, to be part of God's amazing plan. All right. Kingdom kids, now it's your turn. If you're able, stand up with me. If you prefer to stay seated, that's okay too. We're going to play a game called Silent Zechariah. Just like Zechariah couldn't speak, we're going to try to share the good news using only our hands and faces, okay? What can we do? Can you show me how excited you'd be if the angel brought you good news like he brought to Zechariah and to Elizabeth? Remember, no words, just show. Very good, Kingdom kids, very good. All right, my loves, before we say goodbye, I want you to remember something very important. You are loved beyond measure. You are special, just as you are. You belong in God's family. And just like Zechariah and Elizabeth, God hears your prayers. Until next time, keep shining your light. Peace and blessings, Kingdom kids. Peace and blessings.